Think you know your family? Think again. Families are often full of secrets, some small and some that can shake the very foundation of what you believe to be true. This is a story about one such secret, a mystery that still haunts me to this day. I was visiting my brother after years of being apart. Life had taken us in different directions, and we hadn't had the chance to catch up in a long time. The anticipation of seeing him and his family again was overwhelming. He had moved around a lot, always chasing new opportunities and better prospects. Each move made it harder for us to stay in touch, and I felt like I was missing out on his life and the lives of his children. And I hadn't seen him or his 3 kids in ages. The last time I saw them, they were just toddlers, and now they were growing up so fast. I was excited to reconnect and see how much they had changed. I was in town for a work conference, a rare opportunity that brought me close to his new home. It felt like the perfect chance to bridge the gap that had formed between us over the years. So I thought, why not drop by with my puppy? My puppy was a new addition to my life, and I thought it would be a great icebreaker for the kids. Plus, who doesn't love a cute puppy? I arrived early in the morning. The sun was just beginning to rise, casting a warm glow over the neighborhood. It felt like the start of a perfect day. My brother and his wife were up, already bustling around the kitchen preparing breakfast. The smell of freshly brewed coffee and pancakes filled the air, making the house feel cozy and welcoming. And their 3 kids were playing in the living room. The sound of their laughter and playful banter echoed through the house, bringing it to life. Except, something felt off. There was an odd tension in the air, something I couldn't quite put my finger on. It was as if there was an unspoken secret lingering just beneath the surface. There were 2 boys around 9 years old and a 7-year-old girl. They seemed happy and well-adjusted, but there was something about the dynamic that didn't sit right with me. I thought he had 2 girls and 1 boy. My memory isn't perfect, but I was almost certain of it. The discrepancy gnawed at me, but I didn't want to ruin the reunion by bringing it up. But I shrugged it off, convincing myself that I must have remembered wrong. After all, it had been years since I last saw them. Thinking I must have remembered wrong, the kids played, talked, and were all over my puppy. Their excitement was infectious, and for a moment, I forgot about the odd feeling. And were all over my puppy. It was heartwarming to see them so happy and engaged. My puppy seemed to be enjoying the attention as well, wagging its tail and playing along. One of the boys, he kept covering his mouth. It was a peculiar habit, almost as if he was trying to hide something, and pushing the other kid who had a speech issue. The interactions between them were strange, but I chalked it up to normal sibling rivalry. Normal kid stuff, right? Kids can be weird sometimes, and I didn't want to overthink it. I just wanted to enjoy the time with my family. The daughter led me to the kitchen to show me the backyard. She was eager to show off the new playset they had installed, and I was happy to oblige. To show me the backyard. It was a beautiful space, perfect for the kids to run around and play. The other 2 boys followed us, eager to join in the fun. Their laughter filled the air, and for a moment, everything felt perfect. But when we went back to the living room, 1 boy stayed behind. It struck me as odd, but I didn't think much of it at the time. My dog started barking at the back door. It was unusual for him to be so agitated, and it made me uneasy. I figured the kid went downstairs. Maybe he was just shy or wanted some alone time. Kids can be unpredictable. Later at lunch, my sister-in-law mentioned their oldest daughter, who I hadn't seen. My jaw dropped. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. I told them I saw 3 kids that morning. The room fell silent, and I could see the confusion on their faces. She looked confused and said she had a miscarriage a few years ago. The revelation hit me like a ton of bricks. It didn't make any sense. My brother told me to drop it. His tone was firm, and I knew better than to push the issue. I never brought it up again. The mystery of that 3rd boy remained unsolved, a lingering question that I couldn't shake. So who was that 3rd boy? I'll never know. It's a question that haunts me to this day, a puzzle with no clear answer. But one thing's for sure, families are full of mysteries, and sometimes the truth is stranger than fiction. Reality isn't always what it seems, and in the end, maybe it's better that way.